Welcome back to another Mega Draft analysis. Today we're going to be going over this match, in which this is the first one I'm actually analyzing that I lost. So basically, he picked three Musketeers and Balloon, and there was nothing for either of them. Well, not either of them, but just the Balloon mainly. And I didn't realize it at the time. So we're going to be going over this draft. So yeah, let's just get into it. 4 times speed as always. Deck log, the best mini spell. Only 2 elixir. Good width. Um, good for the golf barrel. I'm just basically a broken record at this point, just saying the same stuff over again. But it's just the best small spell, so that's why I picked it. So he picks Poison and Magic Archer, and I believe he picked Poison just because it's a good big spell. There's no other big spell except for the Lightning, but Lightning's pretty expensive and Poison's pretty good right now. Lightning only gets like value in like specific situations, whereas Poison you can just kind of cycle it on the tower if there's like a Musketeer, or Magic Archer, or Witch or something like that, and you can't usually get punished unless it's bad Poison. And he picks Magic Archer here because there's no Fireball, and like I could go Log Arrows, but that's pretty big overcommit unless there's something else with the Magic Archer. So definitely a good pick of the Magic Archer. So I picked E-Drag here in Mighty Miner. So I picked the E-Drag because it's the only thing here aside from E-Spirit and Lightning that can stun units, and obviously those two things like don't do nearly as good of a job or as consistently. And I kind of wanted to build a Sparky Mega Knight deck here, and so I picked Electro Dragon because that's definitely the best counter to the Sparky right now. And it does sound like a weird deck, but in Mega Draft, stuff like that can work very well sometimes, depending on the situation. So I don't know if part of that is what made me like get tunnel vision and not realize that I need to pick some other cards, but I don't really know. And I picked Mighty Miner just because I just picked the Electro Dragon, so he's not going to be able to have a good way of stunning units. So Mighty Miner, he's a good tank killer. His bomb can take care of swarms. He can switch lanes if you need him to get sneaky damage. So that's why I picked him. So I picked Skeleton King and guards here. Not too sure why I picked Skeleton King. Maybe in case like the Mighty Miner or something, he can pop the ability and then counter fairly well. I don't really know. Maybe you wanted to like go for a different type of deck. I'm not sure. And he picks guards here, I think, because I don't have arrows right now, and they're also good for the Mighty Miner. So I'm gonna pick arrows here because of the guards. So I pick arrows for the reason I just stated, and I pick Mega Knight because I want to go for that Sparky deck, and Mega Knight's also just decent against the Skeleton King too, so that also helps. And if you notice, there's still a barrel left. What's going on? All right, so I'm back. Got interrupted. Can't remember what I was saying. Probably something about the Mega Knight, the Sparky thing, tunnel vision. What was the next card? I can't remember. So he picks Mini P.E.K.K.A. and Three Musketeers, and I believe he definitely picks Mini P.E.K.K.A. for the Mega Knight. It's a pretty solid counter unless I have like something supporting Mega Knight, but Mini P.E.K.K.A. does pretty good damage. It's only 4 elixir. It has a decent amount of health, I guess. It's not like the best, but it's pretty good. And he picks Three Musketeers, and I do have Mega Knight for them, but this is where I basically lose the draft because if you're looking at the cards that can hit air here, it's just Witch, Baby Dragon, Ram Rider. That's it. The Furnace can hit them too, and Lightning Delivery, obviously, but the 3 I just listed are the only ones that are going to be consistent. Three Musketeers is the best answer for the balloon, and I didn't realize that because I just didn't even think about it. So, yeah, really good pick by him. I go Ghost here, and I think I went Ghost just in case I didn't have Mega Knight for the Three Musketeers. He's like a decent enough counter. If I let like one lock on the tower, then use him on the other one, then it's gonna do like a decently fair job, I meant. And I pick Goblin Barrel here just because He doesn't have anything. He's going to be forced to pick Bar Barrel or Delivery, and if he doesn't pick those, then obviously that's going to get a lot of value on his tower. So yeah. Also might just win condition too. Then he picks Miner Point. This is an amazing draft because the Miner is going to tank for the Balloon. If I had to pick a building and he really wanted to, he could just snipe with the Miner. And Miner can also get him chip damage if somehow I was able to defend that Balloon constantly. This is just at the point where I lose this draft. There is absolutely nothing I can do. Ram Rider would have done a decent job, but she just charges away. So, like, after 3 or 4 seconds, she would have just ran up the field and gone somewhere else. And Furnace was the thing I picked, and I don't know if there's a better option, really. So, yeah. I go Barrel, he goes Skeleton King. Go Mega Knight for the Skeleton King. Don't really have anything better in my hand than what I did. I don't remember. Not remember, but... Oh, yeah, not remember. I just didn't see what I had. Go for a decent log arrow there. Takes care of the minor magic archer, forces him to respawn. We're even on elixir right now. He's gonna split 3 on the back. Kind of have an awkward hand right now. Gonna wait a bit and go Mighty Miner. I'm gonna Mega Knight this Skeleton King or here. And then I go for a barrel I go for a barrel with this Mega Knight. And he goes for his mini P.E.K.K.A here, and he doesn't let it cross the bridge, which is actually a smart play because if he did, the Mega Knight would have tanked for the barrel for a bit, which means the tower wouldn't have hit the barrel. So definitely a good mini P.E.K.K.A on him on his part. I guess you go for a Miner for it. I just log that so the mini P.E.K.K.A doesn't get a hit. Minor damage doesn't matter because my other powers are already down 1,000. He's gonna go guards, but I just go Ghost for them. Skeleton King, so I go Mighty in the back. I believe he goes for a Magic Archer here, and I just go for Electro Dragon. Yeah, just retarget so it doesn't take damage. So I'm here, I just arrow all of them. Ability. And this is where I'm like, damn, like I'm just dead. I find the Balloon fine, but in the future that's not going to work as well. So I throw a barrel, just try and get some chip damage. Need to kill that Magic Archer, so I arrow it. Go for a Furnace Gun. That's a very good. This one's going to work on the damage, but things get a bit dicey here. I have to Goblin Barrel the Skeleton King, which is a horrible play, but I had no other choice. And then he just gets this mini P.E.K.K.A 3M combo down, and at this point the match is over. He gets a Balloon, and I have to Mega Knight for the mini P.E.K.K.A, so that's obviously a huge commitment of elixir. And yeah, this is just where I lose. Can't do anything. Mega Knight comes, I go Furnace in like some last ditch effort, and I just go Mighty Miner. I tried to use the ability to pop the Balloon, but I knew I was gonna lose anyway, so it wouldn't have mattered if it gone off or not. But go for this replay. So I'm sharing this replay just because it's a good demonstration of how timing things can win or lose you the match. So yeah, he picks Log as his first pick. I know, obviously, best small spell in the game. Like I just said, not too much to say about it. It's like one of the safest picks in Mega Draft usually. Same with cycle cards, like same like goblins, skeletons. Like it's just a really safe pick. I go for Bar Barrel Monk here. I picked Bar Barrel because he picked Log, and Bar Barrel's pretty good too. It's just a worse version of the Log. It spawns Barbarian too, so I can kite some things or deal with them. And I also picked it in case he went Goblin Barrel, because obviously if I don't pick that, then there's nothing else that's really good. There's Snowball, Fireball, but that's like... Fireball's too much of a commit, and Snowball doesn't fully counter them if there's something tanking for them. And I picked Monk just because I love picking Monk. He's a really good tank, and, you know, he's good at deflecting things, some foreshadowing, and, yeah. His little combo's also good, too. So he goes for Goblin's Princess here, and I'm not too sure I want Goblins. I think he's trying to build a bait deck, so maybe that's why I just want to bait some things out. But, you know, Goblins are a pretty good cycle card, too. 2 elixir, very cheap, very quick, do a lot of damage. And he picks Princess here. Good pick by him because, aside from Fireball, like, that's really the only thing you'd want to commit to a princess out of all these spells. Snowball isn't going to kill her, and if you lightning or rocket a princess, you might want to go see your local doctor and ask him what's wrong with your wrong with my English and what's wrong with your head. And yeah, so I pick Archers Rascals here. I picked them pretty quickly too. So I picked the Archers and Rascals for the same reason, that being that there's not a good spell for them. Like, Log's good for the Rascal girls, but the Rascal boy still lives, and Log doesn't fully kill Archers. And also, just Archers and Rascals are really good defending. Ever since the Rascals got a buff, which makes them more spread out, they've just been like a really good card in drafts, especially. They're pretty good in bait and graveyard too. So yeah. Goes for Fireball Ghost. Believe he just goes for Fireball, just decent big spell. It's gonna probably be his main way of chipping my tower if he needs to. And I believe he picks I believe he picks Ghost because it's good for my Rascal Girls and Archers. If he ever needs to kill them quickly, that's definitely one of the best ways, because right now there's not too much that's really good. There's like Bomber and Minion Horde, but that's about it. But Minion Horde is just terrible, and Bomber you're not really gonna put behind Rascals usually. So yeah. I picked Bomber here and Musketeer. So I picked the Bomber because I just like him as having a 2 elixir card. He's cheap. He's also good for defense. Not against the Rascals, as I just said. And I also picked him too because if we're looking at the cards available, there's nothing really good for Drill. Like, we have Log and Barb Barrel. He also has Goblins. But I don't have anything good for the Drill, so I also picked Bomber just in case he went for that. And Musketeer, I just like having her in RG decks. Like, she's pretty good. She's relatively cheap, only 4 elixir. She has good range, stands behind the RG, just pounds everything in her path. That's okay, double meaning, but that's not what I meant. I just meant she shoots everything in her path. So he also has Fireball for her, so he can get some good value on the tower if I play her behind it. But that's fine. So he goes for Cannon Ice Spirit. He just goes for Cannon as his building. It's pretty good in log bait decks too, aside with oh my god, along with the Inferno Tower and Tesla. Maybe I need to stop talking so quick or something. I don't know, man. Like, you would think, like, I don't even speak English as my first language. Anyway, good building, and he goes Ice Spirit. You know, it's a good cycle card. It's not the yeah. In log bait, it's definitely the best. Maybe Fire Spirit. Fire Spirit's pretty good, but Ice Spirit's definitely a good pick. It's a pretty safe pick too. And I go RG Goblin Cage here, so obviously I've been going for RG the entire time. He's my win condition. He's what I'm building my deck around. He's like the buns to my burger. Yeah. And I pick Cage just in case he goes for like a Ram Rider or Hog or Battle Ram or something. I didn't really know what else to pick, and I just figured I'd go safe, because if he did go for a Ram Rider, like, it'd be pretty like rough defending it. I have Rascals and Monk. Those are like 2 best things I have, so I pick Cage so that I definitely have a good response. And he picks Sparky. Okay, we need to slow down for a second. And picking that Sparky is interesting pick. I don't know why he did it. Maybe just because it's for my RG. I don't know. Like, it's just a really weird pick, especially since I have Monk and there's some more foreshadowing. Especially because I have Monk, so I don't know why he picked it, but I'm not complaining. So he goes Goblins, I just go Archers. There's not too much to talk about here for the first little bit. It's pretty simple, but you're going to see in a few seconds that he messes up. Misses his Fireball. That's the first part of this. Goes for an Ice Spirit. Doesn't block the Princess. Then he goes for a Log, but my Musketeer still kills it. So at this point, he has overspent so much. He went Fireball, which missed. So, like, he got some damage on my tower, but he missed my Musketeer. So that's 4 elixir. And he goes for an Ice Spirit, which doesn't even block the Princess. That's 5 elixir. Then he goes for a Log, which kills my Musketeer, but doesn't prevent her from killing the Princess. So that's 7 elixir he just spent. And as you see, I go for RG the back because I'm up so much. And I'm only down by 1 with that RG. I'm only down by 1 with that RG. So He is in a lot of trouble. He needs to pull something out very quick. As my uncle told me. So as you see, I put the put the monk in front of the RG. We're gonna put in 0.5 replay because this is the most crucial point of this match. Watch how late I popped that building. It barely hits it. Like, it barely goes into, like, the blue, like, I don't know what you call it, like, Star Wars, like, thing. You know, when, like, when they die and then they just come back, they're all blue. That, I guess. It barely goes into that. And the Sparky just barely hits it. Just barely. And, you know, you're thinking, alright, you know, good monk. Get some tower damage. Almost kill the Sparky. Prevents the RG from taking an additional shot. But it gets better. Also, not to mention the monk's getting damage on the tower right now. Watch, like, the monk isn't even in the Star Wars hologram mode right now. He got revived by a necromancer or something. And it somehow bounces back, kills the Sparky, hits his tower, and not only that, my RG gets on his tower. And the reason this happens is the monk ability, he can't be moved. Nothing is going to move him. So watch this. The RG has to walk around him, and it avoids the cannon. So not only did it kill the Sparky, not only did it get a bunch of tower damage, but it also made the RG walk around the monk because he's too damn fat and won't move. And it locks on the tower. At this point, like, I would have to mess up so badly in order for this guy to have a chance. But this guy has a brain, unlike 90% of the people that play this game. And he actually decides to give up, which is a very smart decision, because I don't see how he would come back with this deck. And at this point, I'm just going to go ×4. It's not too much to talk about, but that is just a lesson about how important timing is on abilities, and other things too. So yeah, definitely, like, just a pristine ability. Like, that was chef's kiss. Like, that was amazing. But yeah, I didn't even try to do that, honestly. I just tried to time as late as possible. I don't think I've ever seen a monk fully counter a Sparky, unless the Sparky was already damaged. So yeah, pretty crazy ability, and then won me the match, so stuff like that can just change the entire tide of a battle. But yeah, that's going to be it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoy these mega draft analyses. I love doing them just because it gets me better at the game. If I recognize what I'm doing right and doing wrong, kind of like that balloon match, like, if I just saw, like, oh, he got lucky, then that's not going to do anything for me. But if I say, what did I do wrong? What if I had picked the Three Musketeers? Or what if I had picked the balloon? You know, that actually can do something for me. And going over my wins, it can show me what I'm doing right and what I can continue to do right. And in my wins, too, it's not like I'm flawless. Like, obviously, there's some mistakes in there that I can learn from. So, yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Join Maple Crusaders if you want. We only got 36 members. You know, get up in here. We're pretty cool. and that's in my opinion. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one.